So we have a fast food giant, Burger King, who is now going to be facing a possible class action lawsuit. So you all know that, you had the McDonald's one, for example. You had the one that was hot coffee years ago, and a lady won millions of dollars for that because the coffee was too hot. I mean, this stuff was it was way too hot, okay, that you really shouldn't have been giving people. So you had that issue that went on, and then, you had the settlement. And then you had the one recently that happened. It was a chicken nugget that was lodged on like a toddler's or maybe 2 years old, I think 2, 3 years old child's thigh. And they end up getting a settlement for that as well. So now this one is from Burger King, and this is actually going to possibly be a class action. Let's get into it. Burger King must face whopper of a lawsuit alleging burgers are too small, says the judge. Okay. So let's get into it. A judge has ruled that Burger King must face a class action lawsuit accusing the chain of false advertising, joining the ranks of other fast food giants like McDonald's, Burger King, and Taco Bell. The latest in a line of similar legal actions, the lawsuit was originally filed in March 2020 and accused the burger chain of falsely inflating the size of its signature Whopper sandwiches in promotional materials. The suit claimed that Burger King made Whoppers appear twice as large as they actually are in advertisements, while the actual burgers served to customers are 35% smaller than those marketed. So what I'm actually going to do is put up an image right here of what they show in these commercials. Oh man, look at these Whoppers. Woo! Right? And really what you get. Okay. So yes, I just recently my boyfriend got he got a Whopper or whatnot. He gave me like a chicken wrap, but he got himself a Whopper, but he gets like a triple, so this is different than what you would normally get as a regular Whopper. But the bun, I mean, this patty supposed to be this, okay? I mean, not the patty, but the whole burger is supposed to be around this thick, this high. And you be getting something like half the size, and it just doesn't look as how it was advertised. So that's where these people are, and they're like, yo, what's going on? If you're going to be doing this, I mean, then advertise it as what I'm supposed to be getting. And in most of these advertisements, if not all of them, they're not using real food, they're using or drinks, they're using like plastics and silicones and stuff like that to appear as though it's real, but they're really not. Okay, let's continue. Burger King advertises its burgers as large burgers compared to competitors and containing oversized meat patties and ingredients that overflow over the burger. Set the filing. Although the size of the Whopper and the beef patty increased materially in Burger King's advertisement, the amount of beef or ingredients contained in the actual Whopper that customers received did not increase. Okay, and y'all be charging a whole bunch. Fast food used to be cheap, but now the price has gone up. The employees' wages have been stagnant, and the quality have gone down. So let's continue. It said accusing Burger King of materially overstating the size of nearly every menu item in its current advertisement. The suit was brought by Florida attorney Anthony Russo, representing plaintiffs from Florida, New York, Illinois, Massachusetts, Michigan, California, Connecticut, Ohio, Kentucky, Mississippi, Pennsylvania, and Arizona. The plaintiffs claimed that they were disappointed after purchasing Burger King products based on the appearance and photos, only to find that they were smaller than what was actually served. The complainants say that they would not have purchased the food items had they known that they did not look like the advertised images. This is to say that they were deceived, said the documents. Burger King denied the claims and asked for the judge to dismiss the case, claiming reasonable customers have long been aware that food is styled in advertisements to make it appear as appetizing as possible, i.e., yeah, we know it's not going to look like that when you get it or anything like it. And they are not required to serve burgers that look exactly like the picture. No one's asking for exactly, but can I get similar? I mean, you're saying the burger's supposed to be this and it's half the size. You're saying it's supposed to be like this and it's half the size. You know what I mean? Come on. In a ruling last Wednesday, U.S. District Judge Roy Altman agreed to dismiss the claims that Burger King's television and online advertisements misled customers, as well as accusations that the company violated customer protection laws. He determined, however, that other components of the lawsuit alleging negligence, misrepresentation, breach of contract, and unjust enrichment could go forward, saying the court is not in the position to determine if the difference between products received and advertised were enough to alter the purchasing preferences of reasonable American consumers. Okay. So we're going to see where all this stuff goes, because they were saying like, okay, if they want to do it, I can't just go and say it right now. We're going to have to see like with the jury, what do they say and all that kind of stuff if we are going to go. But here's the thing. You look at these burgers and yeah, they're quite small compared to what you otherwise would have received, and the price have gone up. Here's another image right here. What it's supposed to look like, overflowing, like they said, it's supposed to be overflowing. This picture kind of shows it more so, demonstrates it better, where the patty's supposed to be overflowing a little bit over the bun. And here you got a bun that doesn't look like it's been toasted. It may taste good, but the patty isn't overflowing. And that's what they're saying. They're like, yo, if you're over here saying that this is what it's supposed to be, then pretty much why are you not giving us what we're supposed to be getting? And that's also something that like really irritates me, because you see all this stuff and it's all this false advertisement and stuff like that, and then it's like, oh well, but you should have known. But why are you presenting that? I feel like these commercials and all this other stuff, y'all shouldn't be allowed to use fake stuff like that. If your stuff isn't going to look very similar, not slightly, because it looks slightly similar, yes, but it doesn't look very similar. You know what I mean? And I just feel like maybe you guys should be getting in trouble for this, because if I'm purchasing something, I want it to look how it's supposed to look. I don't want it to look, half over here. And it's like, okay, well, it has a little bit of this and has a little bit of that. That's one of the things that for me is like, come on, what are we doing, y'all? Just give people what they're supposed to be getting and don't cheapen it, and also let's get into paying people what they should be getting paid, because people be like, man, if you pay McDonald's worker $15 an hour, which you could go to Dairy Queen's, I think the Dairy Queen second one nearest to me, I think they're paying $18 an hour. No, that one's 16. There's a McDonald's paying like $18 an hour, just outright flat, boom, $18 an hour. So we also need to be talking about that, because you got other countries who they got better quality stuff, they get better stuff, additives, and not additives, but extra things added. Like if you go to McDonald's, for example, in Japan, they'll have like your breakfast, for example. They'll have your breakfast and they'll have this little pack where you got the butter and the syrup in it and all this other stuff, and it actually looks more appealing, all this other stuff. Meanwhile, the stuff that we get here is straight garbage. La basura. Hey, I greatly appreciate if you could support me. Simply go to ebay.com. In the search bar, type in Latrice Limited, click on shops, and then support me. I have a wide variety of items on there, many of my own personal Latrice Limited items, such as candles, bath bomb soaps, essential oil blends, lingerie robes, so much stuff. I even have men's ties and comic books on there. Definitely support me, and do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.